Hey everybody, it's Pastor Matthew
and Pastor Ty. Happy New Year!
Yes, Happy New Year!
It is time now to get your Gospel Story Bible out. We took a couple of weeks off for Advent, but we're jumping back in today. So get this, if you don't have one, you can use the link in the description below.
That's right.
And at the end of the video, we're going to give you some tips on how you can get your hands on one of these. So stay tuned at the end of the video.
Yeah, all right, here's our question of the week. When is a time you had to say, I'm sorry to someone? Hopefully that doesn't bring up bad memories. Okay, Pastor Ty, I am sorry for being really nasty when we played Candyland, throwing the cards, and calling you names.
I cannot believe this. You had to have cheated. There's no way you get Princess Frostine on the very first one. No, I'm never playing with you again. I hate this game. I'm done.
Well, I'm sorry for that time that I stole your keys and tried to steal your car.
Monday? You think Monday's? Okay, we'll do it Monday, and then what? What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing?
What? My car? No.
No, Ty! What is he doing? Ty! Get away from my car!
That's okay. I'm also sorry about the time when I pushed you into the pillar.
Ooh,
that was not good.
No. All right, we have a lot to be sorry for, I guess.
Well, before we jump in, let's first remember that the Bible tells one big story, a story that we are all a part of. And what we're going to read today is part of it and fits right here. Okay, Pastor Ty, before we read and pick up on the story of Joseph in the Gospel Story Bible, because it's been several weeks.
That's true.
Remind us, what are the big things that we need to remember about Joseph before we read today?
Yep, there's three really important things you need to remember going into the story today. First is that Joseph was his dad's favorite son.
That's
he had 11 brothers, but he was the favorite. Remember, he got the coat.
Yeah, right.
His dad, Jacob, who God changed his name to Israel. Okay, second one is Joseph's 11 brothers didn't really like that, and they were mean to him. They sold him as a slave, and he ends up in prison in Egypt.
Yeah, that was bad.
But then the third thing to know is that Joseph eventually ends up getting out of prison and eventually is second in command in the entire nation of Egypt.
Right, it's like a whole big turnaround. So here he is. Very good. Second in command.
So that's what you need to remember going into today's story. Now, here's what you need to watch for as you listen to God's word together. First one is this pretty fancy cup. See how a fancy cup comes into play in today's story.
As you read the story, we want you guys to go get a cup. It doesn't have to be a fancy one unless you have one. It can just be a good old plastic Tupperware cup. That's fine. But get a cup out of your cupboard, and you guys are going to pass it around. Every time you hear the word Joseph in today's story, you're going to pass the cup to the next person, and you're going to do that the whole time. And at the end of the story, whoever's holding the cup has to say something that they were wondering about during the story. So you got to pass the cup, and you got to be thinking as you do it.
When do we pass the cup?
When you hear the word Joseph in the story.
I heard it.
Oh, very good. Got it.
Okay, of course, if you have something else you're wondering about in the meantime, it's great to raise your hand and share that with your family. But now it is time to choose your reader for today. We're going to be on page 52. Joseph reveals himself to his brothers. Go ahead, pause your video and click play when you are done.
Okay, Pastor Ty, you ended up with the cup, so you have to tell us something you were wondering about in the story.
Okay, I wonder why Joseph did all that stuff to his brothers.
Wait, what stuff are you talking about?
Like putting the cup in Benjamin's sack. Like, I wonder why did he do that? Because it seems like he's trying to trick them. Honestly, it feels kind of mean to accuse them of stealing the cup when he's the one who put it there. You know what I mean? It's like when I used to do mean stuff to my brother, then when he'd get mad and do something mean back, I would go tell my parents, and he would be the one that got in trouble. I would kind of trick him to save myself.
Oh, I'm kind of glad I wasn't your brother. But
Mm.
anyway, I do always wonder about that part too. When you first read it, it does seem like Joseph is just being mean, but I don't think he did those things just to be unkind to his brothers. I think maybe he was trying to see how his brothers would treat Benjamin, to see if they had learned how to be kind to their brothers.
Okay, I think I see, because they weren't kind to Joseph.
Right. No, not at all were they kind to Joseph in any way.
So it was kind of a test to see if they had said to Joseph, "We would never steal your cup. This is all Benjamin's fault. See? The cup was in his sack." Then he would know that they were the same old, mean, selfish brothers as always.
Exactly.
Okay.
But when Judah said, "Punish me instead of Benjamin," Joseph knew they had definitely learned some lessons about loving their family.
Okay, that makes so much more sense now. What part of the story did you wonder about?
Oh, you know the part at the very end where Joseph forgives his brothers and he says, "When you did all those bad things to me, you meant it to hurt me, but God meant it for good"?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I wonder. Is that saying God wanted all the bad things to happen to Joseph?
Okay, I see. That's actually a really good question. But no, I don't think God wanted the bad things to happen,
Okay.
but he did use the bad things to make something good in the end.
Okay, like how is that?
Okay, well, to understand it, let's look at the story backwards.
Backwards.
Yeah, okay, so how was Joseph able to save so many people, including his own family, from starvation?
Okay, because he was the second most powerful man in Egypt after Pharaoh, right?
Right? And how did he get to be in that powerful position?
Because God helped him tell Pharaoh what his dreams meant, right?
Yep, and how did Pharaoh know Joseph could help with his dreams?
Well, because he had been in prison with the Pharaoh's cupbearer. Oh, I think I get it. So if Joseph hadn't gone to prison, he would never have been able to save all the people.
Yes, and even crazier, if his brothers hadn't sold him to be a slave, he never even would have ended up in Egypt in the first place. So God didn't want his brothers to do that to him. But when they did, God used it and turned it into something good.
Whoa, that's nuts. When bad things happen to me then, instead of only thinking, "This stinks," or "I'm so mad," maybe I could also think, "I wonder if God is going to make something good out of this."
Where is Matthew? Wait, Matthew, what are you doing?
I dropped my pen and I can't reach it. I need to fill out my next steps card. Now I'm stuck. I can't get out.
Yeah, come on, we need to go.
Hang on.
What's taking so long?
I gotta finish tying my shoes.
Come on, we're gonna be late. What just happened? What?
Tie my shoes together. Hang on.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing? What? Oh my. Oh no. Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. I thought I had them in my pocket, but I don't know what happened.
Oh my goodness. Matthew, what are you doing now?
Well, I'm trying to get this tree out, but the lights aren't working. It's so weird. I think maybe there's a short or something needs to be replaced. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness, Matthew.
Wait. Hey, I got it! I got it!
No.
I fixed it!
Great job, Matthew.
This one's how I fixed it.
Matthew, where is Matthew? Oh no. Matthew, what are you doing?
So, my phone died. I just wanted to plug it in.
This is how you wanted to charge your...
I got this cord.
All right, Matthew, I see that you've gotten yourself into some strange situations over the past few days.
It's kind of embarrassing.
But you are right. Asking how God is going to make something good is the right way to handle these bad situations. This story shows us a lot of really cool stuff about God, and we can sum it all up like this. God is perfect, fair, and faithful.
I like that. We never have to wonder if God is doing the right thing because he's perfect and he's fair.
And he's faithful, which means he's always with us and never gives up on us, even when we feel like our problems are too big to be saved.
Absolutely. That's a lot to think about. Big ideas. We want to talk about it more as you look at these questions together during family talk time. Pause your video and press play when you're done.
we're going to pause one more time for family prayer time. Now today, as you pray, we want you to ask God to help you admit when you've done something wrong, kind of like Joseph's brothers did. And ask God to help you remember that God is the one who makes things right. Pause your video, click play when you are done. All right, Trinity kids, thank you so much for joining us again this week on our video lesson.
For sure. Before we let you go, we have a little bit of good news. We know that for many of you, it has been hard to get a copy of this because they've been out of stock, but we have managed to purchase 15 of these Bibles, okay? And so we would love to sell them to you at cost. If you have not been able to purchase one, send us an email, children@encountertrinity.com, and just let us know you'd like a Bible. They're $25, and we'll figure out how to get one to you and for you to pay for it. But we don't want you to go any longer without one of these. So email us,
Yes.
children@encountertrinity.com. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.